My name is Wangara Mutiga. I thought of just doing a short video. Well, it might be a series of videos just to give a bit of my story and just get you to understand about what it means for me to be a father. And I hope over the next few days, weeks, months, whatever, I'll be able to share with you my story and what my experience has been. It's been very interesting. I've been a dad for 10 years now, and it's been amazing. I still remember the first time when we heard that we were pregnant, and you know, all you hear is that there's a test that was done and it came out positive, and that basically means that we're expecting. But I don't know what that feels like. I mean, the missus had the whole experience. She went through the whole thing. We got books to read and what to expect when you're expecting and all that stuff. But it was mostly happening to her, in terms of the changes in her body and the growth of the baby. So it didn't really hit home to me until the day the baby was born. The baby is right here actually. She's the one who's helping me do this video. She's going to have to be a wonderful young lady. But it never really hit me what it meant to be a father until the day she was born. And it's an interesting story because I almost missed the birth of her birth. It was one of those surreal experiences, just working with the missus through the delivery process. It gets very intense, like really intense, and that was a different experience for me from anything I'd ever experienced before. There was some stuff that was happening around the same time which required me to be in and out of hospital, and I almost missed the birth, but I managed to get back in time for it, so I was able to witness that. And I think it was just seeing that little child. I mean, she was born at about 3.7 something kilos, so she was a fairly large baby, but she was a baby. I mean, she was the smallest person I'd ever seen, and it was so strange to see a little child like that. She cried, her eyes were closed, and it was a very surreal experience for me. I think that was probably the point when the whole the weight of what was to come hit me. Here's this little person who is dependent on me, and me and my wife obviously, and it would be up to us to make sure that this child grows up to be whatever it is that God had planned for them. Of course, God has His plans, but we have a role as well as parents to direct and to nurture and to give some sort of clarity to what their life experience will be. And I think that was a point at which the weight of my being a father hit me really, really hard. I think I didn't really know the child until she was born. Mom had been with the child. The child had been in her belly, so they interacted. She kind of knew when she was happy, when she was sleeping. So I didn't have an experience of what the child was like until that moment. And the months following that were pretty intense. I mean, people say that having a child is a very difficult thing. That once you get out of hospital, then reality hits and it becomes hard, which is true. It takes a lifestyle change for you to adjust to having a child in your life. You can't do things the way you used to do them before. You sleep at different hours. You have to think about different things. You're concerned about diapers and things like poop, and whether the baby has pooped or not is a big discussion. You meet with other parents who have children about the same age, and those are the discussions that you have. The fact that a child burns through 8 to 10 diapers a day. Did you know that? Kids burn through 8 to 10 diapers every day. So if you're getting a baby, you need to stock up on your diapers. That's probably the biggest thing that you need to, because everything else is taken care of. Feeding is taken care of, but diapers are a big expense. But anyway, I mean, it's a change. It's not a bad thing. It's like the way you go from Primo and then you go to Seco, and Seco has a different set of rules and it's a different way of doing things. It's similar to that. It's a different rhythm to your life, which you have to adjust to. I think that's one of the things that really becomes a challenge for many parents, because they're not willing or they're not able, they don't understand how to adjust to this new dispensation, this new situation that they're in. But I think the earlier years of the earlier months actually of fatherhood are very confusing. They were confusing for me. that I didn't know what to expect. Half the time I didn't know what I was doing. Of course you read the books and you keep referring back to the books, and we got all the books. There's Gina Ford had her full whatever, we had all the stuff we needed, all the equipment, but nothing really prepares you for the reality of having a baby in your house. And I guess something that you can prepare as much as you can, but at the end of the day it's always going to be a unique experience, and it's something that you have to be prepared to adjust your lifestyle in order to accommodate. I think the hardest thing was the sleeping patterns, because it's not so much that babies don't sleep, because they sleep quite a lot. It's just that they don't sleep at the same. The sleep is not in one chunk; it's in bits and pieces, and you have to adjust to that. Time is going to be an hour, sometimes it's going to be 3 hours, sometimes it's going to be 20 minutes. So there's that whole adjusting in terms of your sleep pattern that you have to accommodate. There's a lot of dynamics you have to deal with. Is when other kids come in, because we've been blessed with other kids as well. When they come in, and now you have to balance 2 or 3 different personalities, even at that age, it becomes its own kettle of fish, which it's good. It has its advantages. So I guess we'll talk more about this, but I just wanted to start off by just letting you know how early fatherhood is like. It's really a big adjustment. It's about changing your lifestyle. It's about realizing that your life is not the same anymore. Your life is technically not your own, because now you have this responsibility you have to take care of, and you have to really adjust to the things that are happening around you. And the way to not get frustrated is to realize that things are not what we were before, but we're getting into a better phase in your life, which is really the way you should look at it. It's not a disruption, it's more like an upgrade. So yeah, I guess I'll give you more stories as we go along. Yeah, the guys are here helping me record this, and they're getting impatient because they want to watch something else. So I'll cut it there for now. Hopefully we can have more conversations in the future. So yeah, thanks.